Hey, Shalom Akim, Yahweh Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Pakodash, love, honors, and salutations to the elders and apostles of Greatness Stone Well. But I'm not sure DC Camp. It's a short lesson to edify the hopeful elect in the name of the Lord Yahushua. Alright, so quick lesson just to let our people know that we don't really have the power, let me see, on a carnal level or legals. We don't have a carnal foundation or the legal foundation to be able to resist, Esau's demands. All right. Only thing we can do is hope in the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, brothers like to talk about how Esau is able, is able to this day, was able and still able to conquer Jake. Take Jake's resources. Displacing them off the lands, polluting the environment, and all that stuff. It's part of prophecy. Just like the Lord Yahweh said in Job chapter 9, verse 24, it says, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Alright, he covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And that's a great example, a great indicator of who to spot as the wicked that the Bible is talking about is this Edomites, because is the mark that Lord Yahweh has placed upon them. All right, they can't resist, plundering the natural resources of the earth. All right, just like the plagues of Egypt, the grasshoppers. That's a mindset of these Edomites. Okay, and everything the Lord Yahweh said concerning these Edomites is coming to fruition. So I'll play this video. It's just historical evidence of how Esau is never going to let go until he gets what he wants. And that's what happened in Canada. All this idea of resisting the government when it comes to what they can do if they want to take a land. Our people don't have the resources to do so. All right, because the Lord Yahweh Shai, it's not on that carnal level, to be to let shit go like that. The Most High is a spiritual being. He lets these incidents take place so it could be a teaching lesson that we cannot trust in our weapons, we cannot trust in all these technologies that we invent. The only thing we can do is trust in the name of the Lord Yahushua. Alright, by Hashem Kwakadash. Call upon the Lord Yahweh, for help. Because in the time of Jacob's trouble, storing up ammo, weapons and gadgets and all that stuff, food and gold, that's not going to be helpful. It might be profitable for a little while, but in the long run, it's not going to amount to anything because it's a spiritual journey. It's a spiritual experience, and our people need to differentiate, what they need to do. Because in this world, you got to work to eat, all right? But comes a time when there's nothing, you got to have faith in the Lord by Shema Shai. Even when you have a job, you still have to have faith in the Lord by Shema Shai to provide for you, okay? So you just have to understand, when to be prudent, at all times. All right, you gotta be consistently prudent. You don't want to get carried away. With all this, that the land is mine. It's yours, but at the same time, you just have to wait for the Lord Yahweh to come help you put it back together in righteousness. Yeah, so this is just for the tribe of Gad. You can imagine what the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi got to deal with in the Caribbean and also in the western coasts of Africa. All right, the West African nations where the Israelites populate. All right, so just imagine what they got to deal with. So just lets you know that our people are oppressed, and Esau knows exactly what he needs to do. All right, to gain access to those resources, he got to stage coup, he got to bribe, you know, officials and all that stuff. He got to set up puppets. So it's the same old script, divide and conquer and bribery, you know, murders and all that stuff. So it's nothing new. That's what the Lord Yahweh Shemashah said is going to happen. All right. And when you go to the book of Psalms chapter 89, verse 11, it says, "The heavens are thine, the earth also is thine. As for the world and the fullness thereof, thou hast founded them." So the Lord Yahweh Shemashah made the earth. All right. That's one thing you always have to keep in mind. The earth was made for our sakes. When you read the book of Second Ezra, all right, the 5th chapter, it tells you, that the world was made for our sakes. So you just gotta be spiritual and wait to the Lord Shai to get you, to that position of rulership, because we can't do anything by ourselves. So just gotta suffer patiently, the wrath of the Lord that is upon us. Okay. And then when you read the book of Job, all right, because the Lord Yahweh Shai is a balanced power. All right, so this is Job chapter 22. When we read verses 1 and 2, it says that Eliphaz the Temanite answered and said, "Can a man be profitable unto the Most High, as he that is wise may be profitable to himself?" And that's a good question. Yeah, the Most High is looking for a positive situation where folks are on the same page, dwelling in unity. Serving the Lord by Shema Shai, following the instructions. That's what it means to be profitable. And that's exactly what the Lord by Shema Shai expects us to do. And the wisdom that we need is basically the wisdom of the Holy Scriptures, the Holy Spirit. All right? And that's how we become profitable to the Lord by Shema Shai, by spreading His gospel. All right? Yahweh Shai talks about our fruits shall remain by us doing the work. That's what it boils down to, being profitable. And then when you compare the works of the servants of the Lord by Shema Shai to the works of these Edomites, you could tell there's a huge contrast. There's so much of a difference, that the scripture lets you know. The works of the heathen, the works of these Edomites particularly, right, that their rulership has been nothing but hell upon the earth. And when you read the book of Revelation, it tells you that the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai is going to destroy those that destroy the earth. And it just makes you have goosebumps, it makes the hair behind your back, behind your neck, change, change the angles and all that stuff. You get that fuzzy, warm feeling at the back of your neck. So that's exactly, what you have to deal with in these last days, man. You're going to see how these Edomites and their weapons run rampant over the earth, man. To do what they need to do to stay in power. But it's only for a short time, okay? So, and when you look at the book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 4, it says, "The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord." Just like, I read in the book of Psalms, chapter 89, verse 11, it tells you that the heavens, and the earth, the lands and the seas, everything else. So the Lord made them all, And then you look at Job 9 and 24, it tells you the Lord let Esau have control over it. But Esau doesn't really get it, it's just for a short time, okay? So Sirach chapter 10 verse 4 says, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable, and that's the elect, that's the nation of Israel, okay? And we just have to understand, you just have to be on the same page as the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai. You have to stick with his conditions for doing this work, because doing the work of the Lord comes with conditions that you have to stick to, okay? So I'm going to read the book of Psalms chapter 37 verses 11 to 13. It says, but the meek shall inherit the earth, okay? And that's the description of the elect. You gotta be meek and lowly, when you come to do the work of the Lord, there is no pride, to exalt yourself. The Lord should be the one to exalt you, okay? Psalms 37 verse 11, but the meek shall inherit the earth and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. Yeah, because right now we're in a time of wars and rumors of wars. All right, you read Revelation. Is it the sixth chapter? Talks about the red horse, that he shall take peace from the earth. It just lets you know how much madness you're gonna be experiencing on the earth in these last days. Alright, so Revelation chapter 6 verse 4 says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given unto him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. So you just have to be aware that that's not the elect. That's Esau right here, if you go deep into the parable. Alright, and then when you read Psalm chapter 37 verse 11, says, the other part says, the meek shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. And that's the time, after Esau's destruction. Prophecy tells you about, the earth is going to jump for joy. Jump for joy at the fall of these Edomites, man. Then verse 12 says, the wicked plotted against the just and gnashed upon it with his teeth. All right. And that's exactly how Esau is all about. Always want to come against the man of the Lord, always setting up incidents, that are of no use. Basically worthless arguments, only because he wants to come against the Lord's servants that believe in the gospel 100%. Alright, he's trying to depose the Lord Yahweh Shai from his excellency. Alright, so this verse 13, it says, the Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. And his Edomites begin to know that the day of the Lord is on its way, and it's not going to be good for them. Alright, so it's going to be terrible for this Edomites in these last days, as well as 2/3 of our people. So you just got to pray, Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, provides a way out for you. So our final precept is going to be from the book of Psalms chapter 62, verse 10. It says, trust not in oppression, and become not vain in robbery. Alright? But Esau goes along with that. He enjoys oppression. He enjoys stealing people's resources. The Lord Yahweh Shema Shai already set every nation's portion. But Esau just wants to go above and beyond, the portion of land he's been given. It's his lot, his inheritance. So the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai has put him back in check. Alright? Then it says, if riches increase, set not your heart upon them. And that's the time we're living in. Folks got to be aware of that temptation, to be amassing riches, to be storing up riches that are not profitable. The real riches you're supposed to be you know, focusing on your good works in the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, your faith, or your diligence to assist the Akim. All right, and that's just about it, Akim. You just gotta pray, Lord Yahweh Shema Shai puts you in that proper, mind frame to focus on what's more important. You don't want to spend your time chasing the desires of your oppressors. And then you see the people on the screen, they're talking about no foreign oil, support, you know, their efforts, to avoid all this, you know, madness that Esau keeps pushing upon the people. Edomites at the bottom are not happy. Israelites are not happy. Ishmaelites are not happy. The whole world is not happy because of the greed of the elites. All right, but they just gotta pray, Lord, that about Shema Shai, gets you out of this jam, because being in Babylon is basically a jam. That's the reason why you stick with the Holy Scriptures, to remain sane and stable. All right, so that's the point that I can hope you've been edified. Pray, Lord, that by Shema Shai gives you the courage to resist the urge to get carnal in these last days. Shalom.